Cricket now, and Australia are expected to try to build a big leader over England in the fifth and final Ashes test when play begins in a few minutes. Australia finished the third day's play on 479 for 4, a lead of 133 runs. At the crease are the Marsh brothers, with Sean on 98 approaching his second century of the series. Well, play starts in about 10 minutes' time. Our sports correspondent Patrick GEAREY is at the Sydney Cricket Ground. Patrick, tell us what we can expect from play today.
Well, it's going to be a hot one. If I tell you it's about 20 past 10 in the morning, we've already had to come under the shade. Such is the heat, and the players will have no such option. They're going to have to go out in what could be around 40 degrees Celsius temperatures, and it's going to feel even hotter for the England players because they're 133 runs behind. They still have 6 first innings wickets to take, and they're facing the power of the Marsh brothers. Sean just short of his century, Mitchell hitting the ball to all parts. The pitch is now starting to spin a little bit more, but that will probably favour Australia's spinner Nathan Lyon, who's been more effective in this series. England's main task now is to slow this game down, slow Australia down. They probably can't get victory anymore, England. Australia will want to score quick runs and then get into that England batsman and take the 10 wickets they will need to make this 4-0 in the series. So England will be looking to show a bit of character, perhaps salvage a draw.
Show a bit of character. Is that how England can get back any pride at the end of this final Ashes test?
Well, they maybe get some pride. Let's not forget they have lost the Ashes. They've got no chance of getting hold of the urn, and that was their mission. So they failed in that mission. But in the fourth test in Melbourne, they did show some battling spirit, and I think they take some credit for that. If they could get something here, they would at least show they stayed together. The last Ashes tour here, the whole thing fell apart, to be honest. There were players retiring in the middle of the series. The coach went at the end of it, and it was all a bit shambolic. That hasn't happened this time. This England team is still very much together. They simply haven't been good enough at the key moments. So they will be looking now to try and perhaps bat to the end of this match and show that they can compete with Australia, but they're a long way at the moment from beating them in these conditions.
All right, Patrick GEAREY there in Sydney. Thank you very much, and no doubt all the fans will be looking forward to that final Ashes test, and we'll have to see what happens. Let's just remind you of our top story now. Donald Trump has again attacked the author of a controversial book that accused him of being unstable and incompetent. The president told a news conference at Camp David that he had been a tremendous success and that the book Fire and Fury by Michael Wolff was a work of fiction. You can get more on the website about that book as well. Much more coming up on BBC World News. Stay with us.